Hey guys, I'm back. It was getting dark out here, so I wanted to flick the old light on and do this emotion code release. And I wanted to film it differently because obviously, if I do run the challenge again a couple months down the road, I need to connect the collective that is working on the challenge. So the emotion code releases will always be separate videos because I'll have to redo them each time. Whereas the breathing exercises, they can stay on there. Okay, so basically, if anyone's seen me do the lives before on my Instagram or has worked with me, they know exactly what this is about. I'm going to connect to our collective consciousness, just the groups. You can connect to bigger, but I'm going to choose just to connect to this group. And then once I'm connected, I'm going to use muscle testing to get the answers and get the emotions that are trapped in there. My intention is going to be any physical pain, any reoccurring physical pain that possibly anyone holds in this group, any physical pain that they've been through in the last couple days, you know, stiffness, soreness, pain, inflammation, and I'm going to tap in and see what trapped emotion, what energy blocks are in there that I can release and delete for us today. So, you know, drink lots of water. If you see this video, drink lots of water. Staying hydrated is very good for the release. You may have different dreams. You may feel the emotion that we actually pull out can all of a sudden get triggered a little easier during the release. That's just part of it because it's actually leaving our physical body. And I'm deleting it from not only our physical body, but our spiritual body. So it's just like any sort of surgery. It's energetic surgery, and so it's very powerful stuff. You may feel it while I'm doing the release. So if any of you felt, this is the nighttime the day before, so if any of you yesterday, I'm speaking now as in speaking now for the video that you're watching, okay? So if anyone felt it, it's very real, okay? The energy will be moving. Okay, you may feel it while you're rewatching the video. It's all real. You know, like I said, 99.99999% of everything here on earth is energy. You know, our intention, our thoughts, all of it. Okay, so when we do this release, be very aware. Be very aware of your body, very aware of the emotions. I'm just gonna do a small one, not a big one. Not gonna move the mountains tonight, okay? So I just want you to get a little piece of how it works and see what emotions comes up, okay? So. Connect as proxy for this collective group, for the Huggy 11-day challenge, for all the members, and possibly any other souls that need this release through all time and space in this present moment. Can I have a connection to this group? So again, a strong connection. The muscle testing is a yes or no answers. That's all you can get. And now we're going to go, and we're going to ask. I'm just going to take a couple notes here. Okay, is there any trapped emotions, emotional resonance, or psychic trauma that this collective is holding on to, that is trapped within our energy field, that is causing any physical pain, any inflammation, any muscle stiffness, that we can release now for the collective? Do we have more than one in common? More than two, more than three, more than four, more than five? So I'm getting 5. You know, and you can go through and we can go deeper and we can ask more questions, and that's when it becomes a larger session. But for today, I'm just going to pull these 5 emotions up and I'm going to delete them. Okay, so we're going to keep it nice and simple, nice and short, just to give you a bit of a taste. But yeah, it's saying that we have 5 collective emotions, trapped emotions, emotional resonance, or psychic trauma that we have all in common. All of us that are part of this group. And that's not surprising. I've done big group healings before where you can get 10 to 15 emotions that we have in common, right? So. And remember, these are all trapped from our childhood all the way up. Some of them are inherited, that we inherit. So they can even be from past lives that you carry on through to this life. At the end of the day, everything is going on now in the universe. It's all in one moment in time, and everything is happening now. So we can just get these out of there, and let's do it now, okay? So are these 5 all in column A? No, column B, column A, okay. 2 from column A. Odd, even, 2. I'm picking up an inherited already. Isn't that interesting? So we we all have a common ground on an inherited trapped emotion. Is it from column A? Is it from column B? Is it odd or is it even? Is it 2? Is it 4? Is it 4, 1? Is it 4, 2? Is it 4, 3? Is it 4, 4? So 4, 4. So we're talking panic. And that's not surprising. Panic is one that comes in all sorts of shapes and forms. And, you know, we panic when we have, you know, a recall of a childhood experience. You know, we panic when we have bills to pay. There's just panic, right? Panic when someone cuts us off on the road. So I'm going to delete that. So this is an inherited, so it takes 10 swipes because it not only has come from us, it's come from our parents, it's come from their parents, and so on and so on. When we do individual sessions, I could pick up on if it was your grandma or your grandpa or their grandparents and so forth. So I'm just going to delete, release through the power of intention, love, and the magnets, which have a stronger frequency and vibration than the lower end emotions. That's why we use magnets. Okay, so I'm going to run it down the major meridian, which is what we use for acupuncture, right down the spine, and it blows it out, it deletes it, it releases it, and it's gone. That specific emotion from the specific time in our life is deleted. This one being an inherited trapped emotion of panic. So I'm deleting this, I'm releasing this for this collective group. Thank you, I'm so grateful. And so it is. Okay, and that's it, and that's how we delete them. It's that quick, you know? We get it out of there. So the next one's from column A, column B, odd or even, 1, 3, 3, 1, 3, 2, 3, 3, 4, 3, 5, so 2, 3, 3, and 3, 4. Okay, so that would be, go to the chart now. See, I do all my muscle testing with my eyes closed and not looking at the chart because I love it when the muscle testing guides you exactly to where the subconscious wants us to go. Okay, so 3A, 3, and 4. Rejection. So I'm going to delete and release this trapped emotion of rejection for us. And the other one is sadness. So I'm going to delete the sadness. Oh, that was a strong one. There's a lot of sadness going on in the collective right now. There's a lot going on in the world. And unfortunately, because of the news and that, we place our attention on it. And when we place our attention on it, we place our energy on it. And what does that do when we feed the alligators? It gives them more power. It gives them more energy, right? So I know that sounds silly and that, you know, people will often say to me, you know, how can we save these people or fix this through love? We can't just send them love. We got to do something. Well, I tell you, healing yourself is the first thing you got to do. You got to release that vibration so that, you know, you can just be unaffected by it and that you can stay at peace. And then that is what will heal it. If it is your duty, if it is your job to do something physically about it this lifetime, then do something about it. But by feeding it with negative energy or by posting about it, like, oh, we need to do this, you're feeding it. We're literally feeding that energy. You know, it's been proven. The monks, they do group healings all the time. It's been proving to, you know, put the crime levels down. There's even been documentation that some of the wars, that some of the great walls that have come down happened exactly when groups of Buddhist monks decided that it was time that they stepped in and started doing a meditation, sending love to these places. And literally the heart coherence has been proven now that that magnetic field expands. So this is why we don't want to feed the negative. We want to be at peace, love with ourselves. Okay, let's continue on. Anything from column A still? Column B, odd, even. 1, 3, 3, 1, 3, 2, 3, 3, 3, 4, 3, 5. 3, 1, and 2 on the other side. Isn't that interesting? 1 and 2. So we're talking about physical pain, and just out of interest for people, 4 of these emotions have now come from the organs, the lung, or the colon. They produce these emotions, these 2 boxes of emotions. So I just like to share that sometimes when we're picking up a lot of emotions from one area of the body. Okay, so the lung or colon produce the last 2 emotions and these 2, which are 3B as confusion. So we're going to delete that confusion, release that confusion. And defensiveness. Oh, that one felt strong. Defensiveness. Yes, we all have it in us. That need to explain ourselves, that need to be right, that need to be seen. And And that's that defensiveness trapped in ourselves, because if we can just be at peace and just witness other people, and the situation just goes on with peace and love. But when we feel the need to say, when we feel the need to answer before people are even done speaking, now we're not living as a witness, as the observer. We're not living in that awareness, that higher awareness. Right? So it's super important to keep working on that. You know, keep working on yourself, right? I mean, I swear therapy needs to be the new cool, because we've all been through so much crap. And we're all here to just love and be loved. So let that inner child inside know that you love them and that you got them, right? Remember that, okay? Because you do. You're strong. We're all strong. And we're all here for each other. What a beautiful group this is. What a beautiful community we're starting. I feel it. I see it. I'm getting goosebumps again. You know, so I hope you enjoyed that little bit of emotion code. And I hope that any of you that have been feeling any physical pains, just watch them disappear now. Watch them just float away. And much love and light. I look forward to tomorrow's breathing already. And I love seeing your comments. It brings joy to my life, brings joy to my heart. And let's just keep it going and keep pushing it out there, letting people know what's going on. You're only going to create more light and more light. So, and it'll just come back to you. Peace and love. Talk soon.